Welcome to the Greg's Review Show. Today we're going to talk about a very, very important topic. Thumbs up, like and share this video. Fair use for this video. We're going to talk about a married Mississippi pastor. You know, a lot of these cats, as I stated before, are living double lives, and God is exposing these cats out here. So without further ado, we're going to get into this video real quickly. Please help support us through Cash App. That's GRC $mantrap. Any donation will be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, we're going to get into this video, and I will be right back. Here we go.
Respectful in my comment section. Thanks. Well, I don't know if Mississippi is still burning, but I do know they have a cheating pastor down there that's unfortunately out of a job. Let's talk about it. Now, this story comes out of Mississippi, and it's about this man right here, Pastor Ricky Scott Sr., a.k.a. Slick Rick. And there's his wife right there beside him, First Lady Sharon Scott. And we can't forget the side piece, Yulana, I'll do anything to take your man Beavers. Now, Pastor Ricky Scott, a.k.a. Slick Rick, was the pastor of East St. Peter's Missionary Baptist Church in Abbeville, Mississippi. Now, from what I gathered, Pastor Ricky Scott Sr. has a hunger to be noticed in the gospel arena, and he's always, and I do mean always, taking selfies. Now, Pastor Ricky Scott Sr., aka Slick Rick, goes to many conferences to be around megachurch ministers such as Bishop T.D. Jakes. Man, y'all stay away from Bishop Jakes and First Lady Sarita Jakes. Lord, man. Can't they get a break? Enough is enough. And look at his wife right there, First Lady Scott, taking a picture with First Lady Sarita Jakes. Man, but y'all know I go to bat for First Lady. I love First Lady Sarita Jakes. I don't care what nobody say. First Lady Sharon Scott, get away from Sarita Jakes right now. Man, I can't take it. Y'all remember what I said in videos in the past, man. I think that a lot of these pastors come around Bishop Jakes and First Lady Sarita Jakes because they come around because of the fame. And I also said that I think Bishop T.D. Jakes and First Lady Sarita Jakes, they're too accessible to everyone. They're always trying to help people, always trying to be nice to people, when the people you're trying to help who come to your church saying they're your sons and your daughters and they want to be mentored, those people don't have good intentions. Well, maybe some of them have good intentions, but most of the ones who come into your leadership programs and the Gideon program, they want to be close to you all. They always end up stabbing you in the back. So please, Bishop T.D. Jakes and First Lady Sarita, be careful. I can go on and on with this, but I got to finish this topic, so let me move on. Now, recently at East St. Peter's Missionary Baptist Church in Abbeville, Mississippi, Pastor Ricky Scott Sr., a.k.a. Slick Rick, was fired as senior pastor of the church days after a woman claiming to be his mistress said that she was pregnant with his child during a church service. Now, Pastor Ricky Scott Sr. has been terminated by the church as of Monday, January 8th, 2024 at 6:50 p.m., the church said in a statement on Facebook. Now, the pastor's termination comes days after videos of his alleged mistress, identified as Yulana, I'll do anything to take your man Beavers, tried to put her hands on the pastor's wife, went viral across the internet. Now, let me say this. I saw some of those videos because everyone in that church service had their cell phone in their hands. Everybody was recording. However, this was one of the most disgusting things that I've seen in church, and I've reported on many stories involving crooked people in the Lord's church. And let me say this before I go on. One of the things that really got me in that video is there were a lot of children in there, and some of those teenagers, they were recording. And so when you all wonder why the children don't want to go to church or why they acting like this, or they come to the house of the God and they got the devil in them. Well, ma'am, sir, look what they went to the house of God and witnessed. What happened that Sunday when they went to the Lord's church? Look what the scandal is. Their pastor has impregnated a woman in the church, and he's married. And the woman tried to go and put hands on his wife. Come on, y'all. You can't blame the world. What's going on in the church? Y'all wake up. Because it's so easy to say everybody has church hurt. Everybody, man, get out of here with that mess. Now, let me start with the man in this situation, Pastor Ricky Scott Sr., Slick Rick. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should have kept your sausage to yourself. That's meant for you and your wife, bruh. You should have stayed committed. We wouldn't have this problem if you would have stayed committed. You stepped outside of your marriage with another woman. And from what I hear, there are a couple of more women, allegedly. You caused all of this chaos, man. Now let me talk to the other woman. Yulana, I'll do anything to take your man Beavers. Ma'am, you are a jump off. Yeah, I said it. You men and women who have adult interactions with people who are married, you are just a jump off. They jump on and off of you whenever they get that feeling. That's it. And let me say this. If the person who's cheating on their spouse with you happens to leave that spouse for you and you all get into a relationship, you can look at their actions from their previous relationship, and that's an indication of how they're going to treat you. Can we talk today? I mean, where are the elders? Where are the grandpas and the grandmas, the aunts and uncles? The ones that have wisdom? Why aren't y'all talking to these individuals in the church? I can't be the only one up here trying to impart wisdom into this OnlyFans generation. Let me go on. Let me get back to the other woman, Yulana. You knew that this pastor, Pastor Ricky Scott Sr., was a married man. You've been a part of that church for years. You knew he had a wife, and you're just as much to blame as he is. And why did you go after his wife? Why did you try to put hands on her in the church? That was silly. I'm sure there are single men in Mississippi that you can be involved with, so you don't have to go after married men. Okay, Yulana? Jeez. Woman, thou art loose, you too damn loose. Go get a man of your own, Yulana. I'm sure there are single men out there in Abbeville, Mississippi. Now let me say this to First Lady Sharon Scott. It was told to me that you stood in the pulpit and you said that everyone makes mistakes and that you're going to stand by your husband. How noble of you. You saying that, First Lady Sharon Scott, reminds me of women who have gone to their primary physicians and found out that they had something that grandma's soap can't wash off. Take a breath. Listen to me, First Lady Sharon Scott. If this other woman is pregnant, that means that your husband, Pastor Ricky Scott Sr., aka Slick Rick, that means he doesn't care about you, nor does he care about himself. Because he was out there having unprotected adult interactions with this other woman and coming home to you. And you saying that in the pulpit is giving him a license to do it again because he knows, hey, she's not going anywhere and she'll just take whatever I dish out. Come on, y'all gotta wake up in these churches. Now I'm off of this. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this topic, all right? Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Make sure you all thumbs up, share the videos. Thank you.
Fair use of this video. It's crazy out here, pastors living double lives and thinking they can get away with it, and God is exposing these cats. So please support us through Cash App, GREC $mantrap. And without further ado, I'll see you next week. God bless you, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.